sign, hang time, moving the plug with the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, charge for the game like it's credit, your team cried me the edit, yo. I see face and get it, hold up, ooh, that's scared me, the minute of the chance to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, so that shot up, I don't miss often. Don't look, I had to pulse up, get the close up when it's all see. When I'm home, see me that gold ring with that way going on me. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. The NBA.
Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll see the Houston Rockets taking on the Utah Jazz. Tip-off goes to Houston. Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Harden. Malone is out there with Olajuwon. And it's Murphy in at the point guard position. Now here's Malone. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. On deep. And it's Tomjanovich missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Eaton. Outside, Maravich. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did catch up with Utah's head coach. He said coming out up here with a win is really important. We do not want to go back out on the road down 3-1. So if we can play our game tonight and make big shots, we have a chance to even up this series. Kevin, he's a little optimistic. He'd like to be a lot more optimistic after this game.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Fires top of the key. And Hakeem Olajuwon pulls it down. Here's Harden to the paint. Here's Malone. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Stockton. And it's Malone with the rebound. So here's Murphy. Pass to Malone. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
No good from Maravich.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Here's Murphy. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Maravich against Harden. A floater. Maravich, good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Harden inside the 3-point line, and Houston again with the bucket.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Pass to Stockton. Over Murphy. Second shot opportunity, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible. And that jump shot is wet.
Utah shooting their first free throws of this. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Malone.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Drexler with it. Passes it to Yao. Now here's Drexler. Eaton grabs the miss. Here's Dantley. McGrady covering. Here's the floater. That one goes. Count it.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Drexler outside. Now the pass to Olajuwon. That one goes in. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. Houston also making some changes. Sampson's checked in, and Smith's subbed in for James Harden. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Griffith. Gobert the pass to Griffith. Mitchell outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shot from the wing. Griffith can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the Heat. And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hayward. He can't hit that time. So Houston will take it the other way. Drexler dishes to Smith. Pass to McGrady. Pass to Sampson. Knocked away. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. At 4. Here's Drexler, and it's blocked by Kirilenko.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt move.
Houston leading by 6. Drexler up top, ended by Hayward. Drexler against Hayward, and it's Drexler missing. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Softly drops in the floater.
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over.
Drexler outside. 2 points, that one goes.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Hayward against Drexler. Now here's Hayward. No points in the game yet for him. From deep three-point range, and so it's the Houston Rockets. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break, and then back to the action here. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Jazz trail by 6. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Rockets. He's out there with Drexler. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Sampson. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Robinson, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so it's Houston with it. Now Drexler. Tries again. He lays it in. Drexler's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Robinson misses. Here's Houston now. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Francis passes to Drexler, and Drexler throws it down.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
Mitchell dishes to Robinson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way up. Drexler's got 6 here in this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Passes to Robinson. Over Hayes. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Robinson.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Drexler outside. And the pass to Sampson. Here's Francis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Francis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Griffith passes to Boozer. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Robinson. Fires for 3. Rockets with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Jazz trail by 11. Utah calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Murphy against Stockton. On the wing, Maravich. Just 5 on the clock. 17-foot shot on the way. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Stockton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. So halt the run. And that's collected by Malone. Malone's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle, here's Olajuwon, and then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now, here is Maravich. Here's Heaton. And a good offensive ball. And he gets the bucket.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Houston leading by 13. Harden surveying the D. Here's Olajuwon. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Stockton outside. Here's the teardrop.
And how about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
Here is Harden. Stockton making his last shot. Maravich with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Stockton. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot two.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
The Jazz have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. First free throw is good. And Stockton drops them both. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Smith against Stockton. Now here is Smith. T right on him. Pass to Yao. Here's Tomjanovich. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up to the stripe. Bucket is good. Tomjanovich has got his first 2 points of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Stockton passes to Hayward. Another miss by Utah. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The NBA playoffs are happening, and we're happy to have you here for the halftime show. Taking a look at the Rockets, they put in a great performance so far in Game 4. The importance of this game and their effort have been very apparent. And if they're able to put another good half of basketball in and take a 3-1 lead tonight, they'd be in a nearly unstoppable position to take the series. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
I like their commitment to that inside game. Boy, get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket, just shoot a high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, a more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, right?
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
That about wraps wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. You look at Clyde Drexler, what a contribution so far.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Maravich is out there with John Stockton. Then it's Malone, and it's Dantley in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Puts it up from 12. Eaton the pass to Malone. Shoots over Elijah. Can't hit that one. And it's Houston the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Stockton outside. Five to shoot. With the floater, Elijah Wan with the block.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Maravich the pass to Eaton. Here's Stockton. Good D by Elijah Wan.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end. Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Here is Maravich. James Harden picking up that last basket. Pass to Stockton. That ball. Nice speed that time from Pete Maravich. Stockton's got 6.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half, and now 1 for 5.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. So it's Paul bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Drexler. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, but they're 3 or 4 to start the second half.
Bailey passes to Maravich. Goes up on the wing, and that one drops.
Now, this guy plays with such confidence, and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Drexler outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Harden gets the bucket.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Jazz trail by 15. Passes it to Robinson. Harden against Maravich. And again, it's Utah.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
The Jazz on offense, and there's the pass to Bailey. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Harden against Maravich. Harden dishes to Sampson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off the 6th.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. So So both teams changing it up here. Here is Maravich. He has 6. Hayward outside. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Maravich. The shot, no good. Harden with the defensive effort.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
The Rockets shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And Utah making a change here. Kirilenko's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Smith checked in for Clyde Drexler. And McGrady drops them both. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Maravich, the pass to Boozer. Hayward kicks to Maravich. Over Smith. Maravich, good. Maravich has got 8.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
The 3 from Harden. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Rockets lead by 18.
Yeah, almost impossible to keep Sampson off the boards, and even harder to prevent the putback. It's just not his size. It's his nose for the basketball along with tremendous quickness.
Now here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? But he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Boozer. McGrady against Hayward. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Maravich kicks to Gobert. Back to Maravich. Shot from 16. In it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Harden against Maravich. Harden outside. You can't get that one. Boozer with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 18. It's stolen by Smith. And McGrady with a clear
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he dunks the basketball.
And here's Maravich. Hayward on the wing. 3-pointer. No good that time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Rockets ahead, running away with this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. Taking a look at the Rockets. Now is out there with Olajuwon. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Tomjanovich in at the small forward. And the basket by Olajuwon.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Dantley. And it's Tomjanovich with the rebound.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Tomjanovich, 6 on the shot clock, over Stockton. He overshot that one, missing. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Right side, Kirilenko. Stockton with it. Back to Kirilenko. From deep. Houston leading by 22. So here's Murphy. Here's Malone. Utah with the rebound. Eaton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Dantley the pass to Malone. That's slammed in by Malone.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
Now here's Olajuwon. And the basket by Murphy.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Taylor. Rebound, Malone. Drexler passes to McGrady. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Stockton outside. The teardrop falls in.
And Stockton almost impossible to guard in the pick and roll. When he gets a little daylight, he is always ready to pull the trigger.
Now here is Murphy. Shot, high post, and it's Houston with another.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Murphy against Stockton. Pass to Dantley. Malone with the block. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Maravich, he checked in for the Jazz. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. 4 on the clock. Malone kicks to Maravich. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Malone. Malone's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McGrady outside. Passes it to Murphy. Malone right side. There's the pass to Murphy. Back to Malone. And it's blocked.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
McGrady outside. Pass to Drexler. Houston moving it around. It's tipped. And Murphy kicks to McGrady. And he gets it to go.
like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Murphy against Maravich. Olajuwon with the block. 1:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Drexler dishes to Malone. Misses off the left iron. And Utah has possession. Here's Dantley. That one good for two.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Olajuwon. 1:11 left in the game. McGrady passes to Murphy. Drexler outside. Fires from deep. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Stockton's shot is off. Here's Houston now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Drexler outside. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Drexler. "14 feet away. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Up top, Malone. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You can see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldrich, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Luto lang ako.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check it out.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We've got the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Gill is out there with Jason Kidd. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Irving. And it's Coleman in at the 4 spot. Now here is Hardaway. Down low. Shot's good by Bosch.
And Hardaway always looking to incorporate his teammates. You can see him keeping his eyes moving in order to make sure he's ready to deliver to the open man.
Kidd against Hardaway. Outside Kidd. For the three. Doesn't go for it. And it's Miami the other way. On the wing, Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Bosch. And he banks in the layup. Bosch has got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, Chris Bosch is so skilled, Kevin, close to the bucket. Get him the ball, and he'll find a way to score.
Kidd passes to Gill. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
And now, in transition, it's Kidd. Here we go. Good on the shot.
Jason Kidd, well known for his defense, but excels at reading the opponent and jumping all over them for steals, too.
Wade surveying the D. Mourning kicks to Hardaway. Outside Bosch. Over Coleman. Bosch misses. Hardaway against Gill. Inside. And stolen by Mourning. And it's Wade in the corner. And it's Wade with the jam.
Man, I like watching Wade get up for the dunk. You know, he's in the twilight of his career, but still showing how high he can get on those slams. Impressive.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Wade. Pass to Mourning. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Boy, the interior game of Mourning, really strong, solid, excellent at getting quality shots in close.
Pass to Irving. Out to the right wing. Outside Kidd. Lock at 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. A big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Miami.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The free throw shot for Kidd. O'Neal check in for Chris Bosch. The Nets also changing it up. Carter comes in for Irving. And Petrovic subbed in for Gill. Both free throws good from Kidd. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Wade. And Wade slams it in.
And, you know, Wade doesn't mess around when he's driving inside now. Exceptional at taking off from the launching pad and flying in for the dunk.
Now here's Kidd. The pass to Petrovic. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Older.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. I asked him if it's possible to maintain any belief that they can win this series, and he said, definitely. We know the odds are against us, but this is a one-game-at-a-time situation. We're going to play our hardest, try to win tonight, and take it from there. Well, what else can they do, Kevin? Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here is Kidd. Following the basket by Alonzo Mourning. Kidd dishes to Lopez. And Mourning sends it back.
How about the reach of Mourning? Very impressive and very long, too. An elite shot blocker. He does a good job timing his jump.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Petrovic after the Heat pick up 2. Pass to Kidd. Hardaway with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade with it. He has 6. A rebound by Kidd.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Carter, and a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
Well, you got to admire and appreciate the unselfishness. I mean, Kidd always looking up and looking out for his guys. I mean, excellent at finding the open man.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Jason Kidd. There's 1:17 left in the first. Smith outside. Dishes to Dragic. Floats one. Here's O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Good D by Lopez.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Petrovic with the pass to Anderson. With some art. Chalk up 2 there. The Heat with the lead. Smith kicks to Dragic. Sweet little floater.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
And Williams throws it down.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And here's Miami. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball that evens the score.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
To the inside. Here's Cycli. Banked in off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Heat lead by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Brooklyn trailing. Setting the floor for the Nets. Buck Williams is out there with Carter. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Petrovic in at the shooting guard. Now here's Anderson. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding. They gave him his arms up and denying shooters.
Irving's checked in for Vince Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Lopez. Here's Petrovic. Goran Dragic grabs the board. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. He gets that one. Dragic has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Heat.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Passes it to Petrovic. The three. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And right there is the difficulty in defending Petrovic. He can burn you from deep as well as off the dribble.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
P.J. Brown's checked in for Miami. Jones comes in for Smith. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Gill's checked in. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Now, here's Anderson. The pass to Irving. Williams trying to break free, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. Shooting 2.
That's good from Irving.
He really is a late bloomer. You know, Irving didn't have the big-time amateur career you hear about with some stars. But, boy, he's more than made up for it.
Coleman's checked in for Lopez. Good on both. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Dragic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Irving. Miami grabs the miss.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now, here's Dragic. 6 points for him. Whiteside finds Dragic. Oh, offensive interference. Gwinnett making a switch here. Kids checked in. Nets trail by 4. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Irving. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
There are guys in this league, Kevin, with good body control. And then there's the doctor. He's at another level. Wow.
Here's Hardaway, and that one drops for him. And the Heat lead by 4.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Now here's LeBron. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Our Heat leading by 4. Jones for 3. Bosch inside. He's guarded by Williams. Bosch with the bucket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And Dwayne Wade subbed in for James. And the Nets making a change here as well. Carter's checked in. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here is Kidd. He has 6. Passes it to Carter. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now here's Wade. He's got 6 over Williams, and the Heat got another bucket right there.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And sends Jason Kidd to the free throw line. It goes on Tim Hardaway. Brooklyn shooting a quick attempt at the line in the game. Morning's checked in for Miami. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Petrovic is checked in for Gill. The free throw drops for Kidd. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of the game. Hardaway kicks to Wade. And then Wade slams it in.
And how about Wade going hard to the cup there, using his strength and athleticism to get past the defense.
The pass to Kidd. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
To the paint, here's Mourning, and Mourning throws it down.
And you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
Now here's Kidd, 11 points in the game. Here's Petrovic. Pulls it from 20. Kidd, no good. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin Everett.
Oh, what a play! Woo!
He's got to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And it's Carter missing.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Hardaway passes to Wade. He kicks it to Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 4 assists now tonight. Outside Kidd. Carter outside. It's good from long range. Carter's got 5.
From long range, just going at each other.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Heat out front, up 9. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for NBA playoff action. Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith by my side. Looking at Miami, they're on the cusp of sweeping this series, and it's an opportunity they're not ready to let slip away. They were in control in the first half and don't look like they'll be backing down in the second. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
The area where they impressed me the most has been on the boards. When the shots go up, everybody goes for it. Just a matter of maintaining that energy, playing with that same kind of aggression in the final 2 quarters.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any game.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. A fantastic game from Jason Kidd in this one.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Heat, Chris Bosh is out there with Mourning. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Hardaway in at the 1. Here's Wade, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Brook Lopez.
You know, Mourning plays with such passion. I love it. A leader both on and off the floor. A very imposing center.
First trip to the line for him here.
Shoot the 2.
That free throw good from Mourning. And both free throws good for Mourning. Here's Kidd. Pass to Gill. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Mourning. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Three-pointer, Kidd, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Wade on the wing. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Top of the key jumper, no good. From 13, and too long on the shot. And here's James. They'll bring it up for Miami. Wade outside, takes the three. They get it back. Nice shot by James. And the Heat lead by 8.
You know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Kidd passes to Lopez. Kidd against Hardaway. Pass to Coleman. Mourning is some nice D.
And the activity he shows, he does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Group on the floor. Anderson, he's checked in for the Nets. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And for all the things Anderson does well, it's his ball handling that's the most incredible. He honed those skills growing up as a playground legend in New York City.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Anderson. Miami leading by 8. Smith the pass to Dragic. And here's Whiteside. That shot no good. Dragic against Anderson. To the wing right side. High arcing shot. And he lays it up and in. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Out to the wing. Here's Dragic. The teardrop falls in. And the Heat lead by 8.
And, you know, Steve Smith has a team-first mentality. When one of his guys is open, he finds it.
Passes to Irving. Step back shot. The kick out to Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Softly drops in the floater. Anderson's got 10 points.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Smith dishes to Dragic. And there's the pass to Shikely. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nets trail by 6. Here's Irving. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Rice kicks to Smith. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Shaq, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. O'Neal's got his first points of the night.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Irving can't get it to go.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Jones. He has 5, and it goes down 2 points. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Anderson against Jones. At the teardrop, not as good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Anderson. And it's Jones with the ball for Miami. Pass to Rice. Jones drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. The ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here is Smith. After Julius Irving's miss, Smith the pass to Brown. Shaq kicks to Jones. Rice dishes to Jones. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Wade, who's checked in for Miami. Hardaway comes in for Jones. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Lopez is checked in. Nets trail by 8. Anderson outside. Here's Petrovic. Wade is covered. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Petrovic. And that's going to be a travel. Miami leading by 8. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Wade. He's got 10. Outside Hardaway. Just 3 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Off target with that shot. And so it's the Miami Heat in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Petrovic. Jason Kidd is out there with Anderson. And there's Carter. And it's Lopez. And at the center, locking down the middle.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
They get a hand on it. Anderson against Hardaway. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by O'Neal. to the middle. There's Mourning, and Mourning throws it down.
I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. He's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Timeout called the Nets. One of the stories here, Alonzo Mourning getting it done today.
Man, he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Switch here. Bosh is checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Coleman's checked in for Anderson. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He was not pleased. He said, you guys look dead out there. Told them they've got to play with more activity. And then he says, this is not going to cut it. I have to see who's going to step it up. Guys.
All right, David, thanks. And here's Wade, following the three-pointer by Jason Kidd. Outside Hardaway. And it's blocked by Kidd. Down low, here's Carter. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's to Hardaway. To the inside, Mourning. That shot off the mark. Good D by Lopez. Kidd against Hardaway. Kidd passes to Coleman. Here's Petrovic. Hardaway against Kidd. Carter inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Miami leading by 9. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Hardaway's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how about the quick feet there by Hardaway? Terrific at getting to his spot on the floor.
Carter, the pass to Kidd. From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Hardaway. LeBron's got the lead up to 13 now for Miami. Kidd with it. Passes it to Petrovic. Here's Coleman. Covered by LeBron. On deep. The rebound by Alonzo Mourning. Here's Miami now. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points, and it's good, 2 points. 8 points for Chris Bosh.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
just
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Dwayne Wade.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
And he'll head into the second round with his confidence at its highest level. He couldn't have picked a better time to take his game up a notch. Here's Gill. There's the pass to Kidd. Irving looking over the floor. Back to Kidd. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Morning's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lopez with the steal. Pass to Gill. Back to Kidd. Pass to Irving. Here's Coleman. And it's Miami with the rebound. Morning's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wade outside. Pass to Bosh. Over Coleman. And another basket for Miami.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Now here's Kidd. The pass to Irving. Back to Kidd to stop the drought. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Hardaway. Five on the clock. Takes a 3. That shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Left side, Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Lopez gets it to go.
Lopez, not to be denied. Nice strong finish there.
So it's Miami now. Outside Hardaway. He dishes it to Wade. 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Count it.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
Now here's Kidd. Count it. Good.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappear.
Wade sinks that one from the post. And the Heat lead by 14.
And it's just competing and, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. What a performance through the entire first round. Breaks sweeping in 4 games.
And they really had a tremendous series. Watching how well these guys played as a unit has got to be scary for their round 2 matchup.
Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.